Hi, welcome to the Staffs County Senior League Roundup for April the 5th. Abbey Upton picked up a solid 1-0 victory over Audley to move above League Town to the safety of mid-table in the Premier Division. A JQ strike after 5 minutes proved to be the difference between the sides, as Audley could almost give up hope of finishing second in this disappointing defeat. Alsager picked up a vital 2-1 victory over Hilton Harriers, and they grabbed the points to enable them to move off the foot of the table. The first half couldn't have gone any better for Alsager as they stormed into a 2-0 lead, with Tom Storer and Kenny Mather putting the away side in a superb position. Hilton made it edgy for Alsager with Christian Barnes pulling a goal back, but Alsager held on for some much needed 3 points as they trying to keep their head in their survival battle. Keele produced one of their best performances of the season as they saw third place Redgate Clayton 2-0. First half goals from Dan Brundred and Jack Knight were enough to seal the 3 points, which sees Keele move 2 points clear from the bottom of the table and leave Redgate 13 behind leaders Uttoxeter. Uttoxeter, for their part, came from behind away at Kidsgrove to pick up a narrow 4-3 win and move 6 points clear of second place Woolstanton. Kidsgrove opened the scoring early on thanks to Dan Heller's bullet header, but was soon pegged back by the league leaders with Mark Hodson prodding home. Kidsgrove regained the lead on the 25th minute when Tom Moss produced a curling effort, but Kidsgrove again pegged back when Liam Soter equalised for the visitors. Uttoxeter took the lead for the first time in this end-to-end game, but Kidsgrove didn't give up and their endeavour paid off when Dan Begas equalised in the second half. Uttoxeter grabbed the winner late on though through Kyle Esplin when he picked up all 3 points, which brings them closer to promotion and possibly the title. Florence produced a superb comeback away at Newcastle Town to give them a huge 3 points in the battle for survival after a 2-1 win. Things looked bleak for Florence when Nate Sutton put Castle ahead early on, but Florence hit back immediately to bring the scores level. With both sides pushing for the winner late on, it was Florence who put the ball in the back of the net to pick up 3 points, which leaves them just a point above bottom side Alsager. Eccleshall scored late on away at Norton to ensure they wouldn't finish bottom of the league after a pulsating 3-3 draw. Norton looked at the points all wrapped up after a Joe Donaldson double had put them 2 up, but 2 quick-fire goals from Nathan Dyer and Dan Jones gave Eccleshall hope of an unlikely even 3 points. Carrington Turner looked to have sealed all 3 points for Norton with an 83rd minute strike, but a late effort from Ryan Bryce for Eccleshall saw them pick up a superb point against a decent Norton side who stay 6th. In Division 1, MMU kept up their title challenge with a good performance that saw them end up 3-1 winners over Ashbourne. Andy Horbury was the star of the show for MMU as he bagged a brace, and an own goal in the second half sealed the points for MMU. Ashbourne managed to reply to Sean Millward, but the home side held on for the win, which sees them continue their good form. Brayton Social kept up their good form as well with a well-earned 2-1 victory over high-flying Stapen Hill. Brayton took the lead in the first half through Rhys Joyce, but they were pegged back early in the second half thanks to a Steve Goff header for Stapen Hill. However, Brayton pushed on and the winner came thanks to a superb effort from Jack Turner in the 71st minute to seal all 3 points. Bottom side Sandbach picked up a credible point in a 2-2 draw away at Cheadle, SMU, thanks to 2 late goals. Mitch Finney and Joe Bailey put Cheadle in seemingly an unassailable position, but late strikes from Jordan Edwards and Jeff Davis handed the struggling Sandbach side a precious point. Foley, another side to score late on, at Norton to pick up a 2-1 win, which sees them consolidate their mid-table position. It was Norton who took the lead though through Josh Meyer, and the scores stayed the same going into the break. Foley improved their performance greatly in the second half, and goals from Marlon Marling and Mark Barley gave Foley the 3 points after a strong second half showing. Bradwell's promotion hopes were dented when they went down 3-2 away at second place Knightley. The Vicks went into the break a goal up, but thanks to Dan Washington's strike, but they were quickly pegged back in the second half thanks to a superb effort from defender Richard Jarvis. However, Knightley made sure the points would be staying in bid up and sealed the game thanks to Mike Hardy and Billy Hall, showing good composure to slot home and give Knightley the initiative. Bradwell pulled a goal back late on through Ryan Maddock, but the home side held on for the vital win. All goals seem to be late this week. Betley scored a late on away at Redgate, Clayton to pick up a decent 2-1 win as well. Betley opened the scoring in the first half through Ash Wilson, but the lead was short-lived as Redgate equalised through Andy Shingler. Both sides battled hard in the second half for the winner, and it actually came for Betley late on through Steve Gallimore, curling the ball home to seal all 3 points. Silverdale made up for the recent disappointment of last week's defeat with a convincing 5-2 victory over Hall Heath. Double strikes from Alec Dugic and Chris Darnington set Silverdale on their way to 3 points, and the victory was confirmed thanks to another goal from Chris Green. Hall Heath managed 2 consolation goals thanks to the impressive Mick Connor, who netted twice, but Silverdale looked imperious throughout and will be hoping to go on a good run of form as the season draws to a close. In the second division, Longton Adderley Green moved to within 2 points of second place Hawkins with a comfortable 4-1 victory over Cheadle. It was Nick Brown who was again the star of the show for Longton, as he notched an impressive hat-trick to set them on their way, and Dave Otley added a single himself to finish the scoring for Longton. Dan Carr scored late on for Cheadle to give them a consolation, but Longton would rarely threaten throughout. Hawkins kept up their pursuit of table-topping Featherstone thanks to an absolute convincing 8-0 victory over Longton FC. Gaz Bergs once again stole the show for Hawkins, scoring a hat-trick, and further goals for Hawkins came from doubles from Mick McMahon and Nick Hodgkiss, and a late strike from Danny Maxwell. League CSLB made it 4 wins on the trot after a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Hilton Harriers. League went into the break 2 goals up after 2 fine strikes from Jimmy McMullen and Kieran Scotland. Tom Evans replied for Hilton late on in the game, but League held on for 3 points, which sees them move above Cheadle and Stone Old Alanians into the safety of mid-table. Tunstall Town put up a brave performance against League leaders Utoxeter Town, but was seen off in the end by 3-0. Strikes from Evan Richardson, Tom Harvey and James Hornsey was enough for Utoxeter, who moved to within 14 points of Hawkins in second. But they do have a huge 6 games in hand, so it's all to play for going into the final games of the season. Stone Old Alanians produced a fine away performance to pick up a 5-3 win over a decent Whittington side. Whittington managed to grab 3 goals thanks to a brace from Jack Jones and Sam Moylan, but Stone scored 5 with Billy Thorley and Dan Farrelly netting twice apiece, and Sam Furs rounding off the scoring late on. And that completes the Snaps County Roundup.